Yo, what's up my brother, what's up my sister? It's your boy Ntege again with yet another amazing video. In this particular video today, we're going to look at the framework of posing the groom at a wedding. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact poses I usually do to pose groomsmen. Before we dive into this video, take a minute, subscribe to this channel. Of course, give this video a thumbs up if you love it, and don't forget to turn on notifications. This is a series of videos I'm doing about wedding posing, and if you missed the part 1 where I was talking about wedding poses for couples, you should actually click somewhere there and get that video. And if you want to see the video series I did for posing brides, of course also click up here and you'll get that video. I'm going to post those links again in the description below so that you go back and watch those videos and learn the whole posing framework. My favorite pose for the weddings, I love calling this the Dwayne Johnson pose, the Dwayne Johnson button pose. Now this is where I have the groom stand facing me, and then he pretends as if he's putting the cufflinks or the buttons of his jacket right. You know, I call it the Dwayne Johnson because when you look at Dwayne Johnson pictures all over the internet, he's always posing in that particular thing. I do this particular pose because one, it makes him even look more chiseled and more masculine. When you're shooting men, you want them to look as cool as can be, because when he stands in this position, look at what happens. The chest gets wider, you know, the bust, this part gets wider. You get actually more of the torso bulging, and that's what you want for the men. You want the bust, the chest to be out like he gyms. So when he does that, like he's putting the thing right, of course he gets even more shape because of these particular spaces that are left in between. They create that illusion of depth. That is why I call it the Dwayne Johnson button pose. It is really a nice one to go for. Then I still do the same pose. Sometimes I can do it actually below here. Sometimes I do it over here where he's just, you know, putting the buttons and the shirt in the jacket right, but I make them look away in this particular pose. I don't have them look into the camera. I usually have them look away so that they get that kind of look of a busy man, businessman kind of look. So the next form of posing we're going to look at what I call the gentleman pose. Now this gentleman pose, basically it is a simple pose. What a groom does is basically he stands up straight, puts his legs apart, and then he knots the button of his own jacket so that he looks that cool. So of course I go on doing this gentleman pose in different ways. Now when you look at this particular one, he is simply just putting the hands at the front of his torso. The goal is here is just to have his hands not squashed onto the torso, but his hands a bit off the torso so that you get a bit of shape out of him. That is the gentleman pose. You want him to look cool, but again not so humble, but just a perfect gentleman. You know, it is still the same pose we go on imitating here and there. Okay, it is still the same pose. Maybe the other tip I would love to give you, when you're shooting men, make sure you're looking out for those particular backgrounds that are angular, backgrounds that have straight lines, that have columns and all that stuff, because you want a man to look more chiseled. Anything that really helps bring out the coolness and the authority of a guy, you have to go for it. And the other thing I would love to tell you, when you're shooting men, you make sure you slightly go either at eye level or go below eye level so that the pictures speak authority. I would show you an example of this picture. It speaks authority because the angle at which this particular shot is shot it was shot at below eye level, but it will bring out your pose better if you are shooting at particular angles that really accentuate that masculine vibe, that masculine authority. You want to depict your groom as a figure of authority, as a powerful person. Okay, basically for men, you only have two kinds of poses: the gentleman pose and the Dwayne Johnson pose, but all you have to do is shoot it at different angles, and it's still the same pose I go with. All because men tend to wear almost the same. All we do is change colors, but basically what we wear is all the same. So the framework of shooting men is super simple. For as long as he looks cool, handsome, and more authoritative and powerful, that should be your goal. By the way, I color graded this particular picture using the exquisite Color LUTs Pack. If you want cinematic vibe kind of color grading, you should actually click the link below and grab the exquisite Color LUTs Pack for your weddings and the like. So still the same pose. All I'm changing here, we are changing the angle, you know, whereby here I just have the men in the background just play their thing, get into conversation, and I have the groom stand in the forefront just posing. He's the only person actually serious in the whole pose, but I make the rest of the people in the background just do their thing. What this does psychologically, it creates contrast. This guy is super attentive and the rest don't even give a damn. Still, now I have this particular one that I love to call the thinking hustler. Now the way this one sits, he sits on a small chair, widens his legs, and then he just opens his chest up and he looks out of the window where the light is hitting him. Most of the times I have this pose shot at a window. If I'm to shoot it with light, I still use reverse lighting techniques. Of course, I'm going to do a course where I teach how to light subjects, any kind of subject, but I use reverse lighting. By the way, when I say reverse lighting, I mean you shoot opposite the light direction. The camera is facing where the shadow areas are. Here we have the shadows on this side of the face, and we have light hitting in from this side from this side. So I'm shooting from the shadow area, and because he's a man, this shot really works super nice because it gives it that cinematic kind of feel, and it even gives the picture more depth and more shape to him. In the comments below, tell me of what pose, of what idea really resonated with you, and what pose are you going to apply in your next wedding. That's that for today. If you've really enjoyed this video, hey, come on, hit the like button, and of course leave me a comment below. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so that you don't miss the next exciting moments I'm going to share with you.